Hey, welcome to this week's movement video. I'm Alissa and today I want to talk about what to do when you have a sore throat or you're getting a cold. So this happens, and I feel like part of being sick in something that we don't often talk about is it's an upgrading of our system. Our immune system is actually getting better prepared to take care of us because of our sickness. So it's a way of up-leveling ourselves. And so rather than going into the total bummer of oh, I'm sick, which sometimes it feels like that, and that's fine to mope. And I'm going to give us 3 tips today about what to do when you have a sore throat. So one is to make this delicious tea. I just take a bit of ginger, and I don't peel off the skin. I don't scrape it off. I just leave it on there. So I cut a slice like this thick, and then I'm just gonna cut it up. Yeah, kind of small-ish. You're gonna learn a lot about my style of cooking right now. Okay, like that. And then I take a slice of lemon. Again, not super big, not super small, just like this big. And I just kind of pick out any seeds, like that. And then I'm just going to kind of quarter it. So I've washed both the ginger and the lemon, but I leave the skin on. I feel like the rind is part of the medicine in it, so it carries some of that deliciousness and medicinalness into it. So with these, then I'm just gonna take so do you remember the Manuka honey that I use on my burn on my arm? We call it magical honey. I'm just gonna put a little bit, this much in. Let's see. And then I'm gonna put a tiny, this is hard. A tiny little sprinkle of salt. And a little splash of, this is my industrial sized apple cider vinegar. Give it a little swirl. And probably that's about, I don't know, a tablespoon. So it's in there like that. And then I put the lemon and the ginger in, like that. If you're feeling really like you want to have a little bit more kind of spice, I like that spice on my throat when I'm not feeling awesome. You can add a little bit of cayenne, but you just otherwise pour water over it and enjoy. Sorry, I kind of lied. There's one more. So I guess this is a total of 5 tips now. Is balancing your brain. So balancing your brain, you can learn way more about balancing your brain on a couple different videos that I have, and Laura Hames Franklin has some exquisite ones. I'll leave some links in the comments, but remember, you just take your hand covering both sides of your brain and you tap here. So basically what you're doing as you're tapping and breathing, gently tapping, and then tapping over your heart, is that you're asking your nervous system to just upgrade. So you're saying hey, brain, nervous system, check out what's happening in my body and make adjustments accordingly. So you're tapping into the wisdom that lives within you, and you're allowing yourself to decide what needs quote-unquote fixing. Just breathe and tap. The second one is to let go. Just like in a full moon ceremony or something, when you're releasing, you're letting go of things, you're thanking them and blessing them. It's like there are cells in my body that are fighting really hard and that will die in the fight of helping me to feel better. And I'm just sending a little love and a little gratitude to my immune system, which is actually in your gut mostly, for doing hard work for me, for helping discern what needs to stay and what needs to go, and just for being a really good sorter. So I'm going to encourage you to just make a list of things that you're ready to let go of, and to take a moment to acknowledge them and to thank them and bless them for playing a role in your life, because that is part of your journey and it's important. And then the third thing is, well, there's actually 4. I'm sorry, I'm not a very good counter, I guess. If you can imagine taking in your hands and just sort of sloughing off like dead skin, sloughing off. You could use a dry brush. So if you know me, you know I'm a big fan of feeling it in your body and moving your body to create a different reality. So moving your arms on your body, just sloughing them off. And if you're too feeling like, to want to do that, just imagine just being gently stroked, like with a feather or like a warm, I don't know, like a warm, cozy blanket that is somehow helping you to shed what is no longer serving you. And just let yourself be kind of imbued with this like light of like, it's all going to be okay. With that comfort. And my 4th tip is to either give yourself a hug and feel just like some warmth from that, or cuddle your cat or your hamster or your small child, if you have one handy, or a significant other or friend, or just let yourself experience love and let someone just touch you in that way of like an embrace of a kind, loving, everything's going to be okay embrace. And if you don't have someone on hand that you can ask for that, you can imagine it. When was the last time that someone hugged you and you really felt that connection? And use your own arms and just, oh yeah, I remember what it feels like to be hugged. And just let yourself sort of rest in that. So those are my tips, and I hope you feel better soon. That was perfectly timed. And you can go to www.alissarae.com and sign up for more free tips like this. Also ones that include moving your body and feeling better in your body and just being the best human you can be. I'll see you soon. Bye.